Welcome to Western Oregon Living. We're here on Oregon's Adventure Coast at South Slough National Estuary. Come on, let's go check it out. I'm here with Deborah, and she's going to tell us her role here at the estuary.
I work here as the Public Involvement Coordinator at the South Slough National Estuarine Research Reserve, which is a mouthful, so you can just say South Slough Reserve to make it short. And I coordinate the volunteers and do the marketing and outreach for our programs.
How can people become volunteers?
People can become a volunteer simply by either going to our website and clicking volunteer and downloading the application, completing it and sending it to us, or they can come in and get an application. And we have kind of 3 program areas: research, education, and stewardship, and volunteers can volunteer in any one or all of those areas.
What is your educational programs you have?
Our educational programs, we have both a formal and informal education, so we do work with a lot of schools. We have the yellow buses out here during the week doing a lot of formal programs. We have teacher training workshops that we do that a lot of teachers really like to utilize to meet those science benchmarks. And then we also have what we like to call informal programming, which is more the through-the-door visitor. Our exhibits are considered informal programming. We have a whole calendar of events we put up every 2 months. You can go to our website and find those. We'll have everything from seaweed pressing to mushroom gathering to a toddler class, just a wide range of different things that people can do.
And also research. What is your research programs?
So we have quite a number of researchers on our staff that do research and stewardship projects, and some, for example, would be the water quality monitoring that every 15 minutes real time you can go on our website and find out the turbidity of the water, the temperature, the dissolved oxygen, a lot of other elements they measure, and that's really helpful for people like oyster growers, and it also helps us to have that long-term data set, so when other researchers want to compare, they have this nice sets of data that they can use, and all the national reserves do that. And do people bring their own boats? People bring their own boats for our traditional kayak and canoe trips. They have to bring their own, and then we guide them through. It's a 5-mile trip from, usually we paddle from Charleston to the south end of the reserve, but then we also have a native style Clipper 8-passenger canoe that people don't have to bring anything. They can just come and we put them in and they have to paddle. But you know, that's more for the beginner or someone who maybe doesn't have their own boat.
What are your visiting hours? Our
visiting hours are 10 to 4:30, Tuesday through Saturday. We're open year-round those hours with the exception of state holidays. But trails and waterways always remain open from dawn until dusk. We don't lock up the reserve at night or anything like that.
How many trails do you have?
We have over 4 miles of trails up here on this site, and then a mile south of here there's another reserve entrance with another mile of trail and also access to our paddle launch.
What type of artists do you feature in your gallery?
Our gallery features works from local artists, mostly about nature, wildlife, sometimes cultural history, abstract art that kind of represents that same kind of theme. And it changes every 2 to 3 months. Our Friends group puts on a nice opening with food and refreshments. People can come view the art, and if they want to purchase, they just get in touch with the artist and let them know, that they want to buy it. And we have had several artists sell pieces while they've been here. So it's really great. And also, our room in there is used for a lot of local meetings and different events, so the art gets exposed to a lot of different people as well as the visitors that come into the visitor center. So we really appreciate it, and it's fun to just go in there and see something new every couple of months.
What type of animals do you have here on the reserve?
There are all kinds of wildlife. Most of them you're not going to see in the middle of the day, but we have everything from bobcats to squirrels to elk, deer, flying squirrels. So even kind of rare types of animals are here in the reserve, brush rabbits, small things like salamanders and newts. We have some aquarium and terrarium tanks when you came in the door that kind of represent that type of wildlife. So, but all kinds of things, raccoons. Snakes, garter snakes, so no poisonous ones. So, and these are things that, generally dawn or dusk. Birds are another big thing that people come here to see. We have bird walks, bird programs, especially spring and fall is a migration season, and the estuary is a place where many birds migrate. So generally early morning or evening hours are good times to come and try to see birds and photograph them.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy our beautiful place.
Check out OregonsAdventureCoast.com and make sure to keep watching Western Oregon Living to see what else Western Oregon has to offer you.